Alright, tighten up everybody. It's the guys from PBMac 36 here again with another Madden Ultimate Team 2016 tutorial. In this tutorial, it's gonna be kind of quick. We're gonna go through how to set up A team and B team with your lineup. Now to do so, of course, you're gonna have to have several different cards at several different positions. So let's get right to it. The purpose of doing this is when you go into these solo challenges, and I'll show you where I am on mine, you're going to get into these different NFL journeys. You're going to have different gauntlets and things like that. Let's go into this gauntlet to start with. Um, right now, you just have the December, January, February, and March gauntlets, but they used to have a rookie and a prospect and an all-pro and a Madden that got more difficult as you went. So same thing with these journeys. You have prospect, rookie, starter, pro, and as you progress on, you're playing teams that are much harder to beat. Once you get good at the game, you can actually go in and take some of the lesser cards that you have and put together a team that's not quite as good. It's almost like a B team from, or as opposed to a varsity team in high school. So anyway, what you're doing is, like I said, you can see on this, it starts out pretty low, 70 on rookie, 65 on rookie, 60 on rookie, 64, and all this is on rookie level. So instead of taking your cards that you have worked so hard to build the coins to get or to buy packs to get and burning the contracts up on them, you want to go back and use some of the lesser cards that you have. That's one of the things I'm doing in this flashback. I'll show you an actual example of it. I started out on the prospect and rookie and starter, and I started using the contracts up on the players that they give you during the year. The legends that they give you will be like an 88 Barry Sanders, and you'll have him for a week, and then he'll go down to a 70. And if you don't use up the contracts on him, then he's sitting there as a 70 running back, and he still has a lot of contracts on him. And so right now I'm working on pro, and this is a pro level team with a 77 rank. So that's what we're doing. We're putting together a team, a B team, that you can use and use up the contracts for them. Now I'll show you in my item binder. And I kind of got caught doing this because I would sell off all the cards I possibly could to get coins. So I wasn't holding on to too many of them. So I only have like 179 items. I'm going to go into overall, and I'm going to flip the overall out, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. Now, let's get out of this and go into, you'll see these lesser guys as I pull them up here. I've gotten some packs in, but you can see like I used this 65 center. I used all of his contracts up and then put him back into the system. I'll probably put him into a collection or something like that. Same thing with this 65 strong safety. You can see a lot of these guys, I've depleted their cards, their contracts all the way down. Now some of these I'll add in, and there'll be holes on the team, but that's okay because you're playing teams with your skill level, even though you've got some guys that are not very high ranked at all. In fact, they're very low ranked. You should be able to beat them. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to save contracts so you don't have to go out and buy them. It's a problem that I run into. It may be something that you guys don't run into. I don't know. So anyway, hold on just a second, guys. Sorry about that. So what we're looking at is to try to keep from burning through contracts. So let's back out of this. We're going to go into how to do this now. Okay, so you go into your adjust lineup, and of course I'm on the PlayStation 4, so I hit X to do that. So you click on that, and this is my A team. It's a 93 overall. And I am not going to use a 93 overall team to beat a 77 pro team. Okay, so what you're going to do is go triangle, and it's going to give you generate best lineup, change team style, and change active lineup. So you select change active lineup, and you'll see I have a lineup too. So you go down and you highlight that and select it, and it switches me to my B team. Now you can see on my B team, I do have a couple of ringers in there, and by ringers I mean players that are, I probably don't need them ranked that high, but I've got an 87 quarterback. Most everything else is in the low 80s or 70s, and I've got a few 60s in there. And as I run through these guys and start using their contracts up, like this Harris and Brandon Albert, as I run through those contracts, I'll just take those guys out of the lineup. I'll go in and I'll select my next best option, maybe a 70 left tackle, 72 right tackle that I can plug into that position, that I'm never going to use that player unless I'm using him for something like this. So I'll put them in there and go through, burn through their contracts so that I don't have to use them. Then once I deplete their contracts out, I'll either sell them or I'll throw them into some kind of a collection. Now, as you're going through this, that Portis, the 99 Clinton Portis Journey 5 journey that they put out a few weeks ago, that's tailor-made for something like this, because as you're going through there, you're going to get some packs, and out of those packs, you're going to get some players that we commonly and lovingly call trash, that are not going to improve your overall A team. But you can throw them in there for your B team, and you can keep going without having to, again, buy contracts. Let me show you one more thing with this, and I'll let you guys go. So, one of the things that's really cool with this is I've discovered that some of these guys are really fun to play with. Like, I got this guy out of a pack that it was a pro pack, and it was just kind of a throwaway. And I had a really good right end, and I had a really good backup right end on my A team, so I threw him on there just for fun. And I thought, man, this guy will dominate, and he does pretty good, but he's not really that great. And so I usually use the defensive lineman when I'm playing against the computer, try to probe the offensive line, see if there's somebody that I can beat. But I discovered that this Jason Hatcher, 79 overall Jason Hatcher, is a really good player, and I can get to the quarterback really good with him, even more so than I can with the 92 Cameron Jordan, which is kind of strange. But what you'll I said all that to say this: what you'll discover is you'll have players that are ranked at this low that are really good players that you can play with. Now, there's one or two things. One, it's fun to discover that. That's pretty neat. The other thing is that when you're doing a draft champions, if this Hatcher comes up and I have two other guys that are not very highly ranked, I'm going to know that I'm going to take that Jason Hatcher because I've played with him, and he did really good, and he was a really good player. So, but anyway, guys, I hope these videos are helpful. We will add this to the Mighty Madden playlist as soon as we can. Check us out at PBMac36 on YouTube, and we also are we've kind of slacked off of the Madden a little bit because we've got some other games that we're working on, trying to get some footage together to put on. 7 Days to Die, if you like zombie apocalypse type games, Overwatch, and some Black Ops is coming to the channel. Some more of that actually pretty soon. So, but anyway, if you're into Madden, there's about 40 or there's probably about 45, 50 different videos on that Mighty Madden playlist. So check it out, and if you see something you like, please subscribe. We will continue to do Madden. We're eagerly awaiting Madden 17 to come out. So anyway, guys, we appreciate it. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will talk to you soon.